What's going on, guys? So today on this 00CTOBER review, we're going to look at the next thing in Jinx Week, and it is, of course, the GNX 3 ESF type, and the GNX 609T. Yay! Alright, guys, so of course last time we looked at the regular Jinx, and of course this is the evolution. I don't know whatever happened to Jinx 2. As far as I know, we never got one of those. So, yeah, it's pretty cool kit. Yeah, so it's basically going to be a light gray, bluish version because ESF colors. Yeah, so 00 logo here. Particle effects. Yay, GN tile drives. So you got the nice image here of the GNX flying across. You've got its big old laser lance. Shows that it actually has the expressive hand. That's cool. And you do have Cherubim over here going, hey, I'm a sneak up behind you there, buddy. Hey. I don't remember them actually fighting them on the ground on Earth, so some of the scenes don't always make sense to me on these things. HG, Gundam 00 down there. Bandai 2009. Yeah, it sounded wrong in my head, too. And illustrated by Naochika Morishita. So you can see that, of course, over time, it changed. So it used to be Morishita, Naochika, now it's Naochika Morishita, or vice versa. Time travel. And come to the bottom, you got Jin Lance, or GN Lance. Yay, it does gun mode, it does lance mode, it does all the things. You got weapons. We're already looking at weapons. GN stuff. Yay! Gun can do gun things. Beam saber. Ooh, with a real beam blade. Yes, sometimes I act like I've never seen one before. Shoulder can go all swooshy, swooshy. Swooshy, swooshy. And you've got, it has a chest with purple stuff, which I think is really what it's pointing out, the purple stuff. And you've got, hey, you can put it on a stand. Yep, kind of no kidding on that one there, Bandai. And it's number 36 in the line, so way down the line from the previous one we've looked at. GNX3, ESF type, 00 Gundam. And you have your obligatory stuff there, 19 meters tall, 69.8 tons, fairly light thingy. And all the weapons and stuff like that. GN. Can't even read it, so close. ESF logo. Actually, I dig the ESF logo. Looks pretty cool. And if you can read that, go right ahead. It's in Japanese, and I'm not, so I can't really read it. And there we have the, was it White Bear of Russia? Sergei Smirnov, main pilot. Yeah, I miss that guy. He's really cool. And you've got Don't Stick a Jinx 3 in your 3-year-old's face, because 3 and 3 and 3. No focus. There we go. And 1,200 yen, reasonably affordable kit. It's good. It's definitely affordable. So, yay, flip it, and duh, of course, new Jinx, still upside down. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys. So here we have the GNX 3 out here, and looking honestly incredibly subtle. The colors are so muted, so simple, there's almost no differentiation between them. So you've got the lighter gray purple on the forearms and hands and the legs. Everything else is the slightly darker shade of gray purple across the rest of the body. Oh yeah. And this guy came with a whole lot of stickers, and you guys know I don't like using stickers if I can help it, so there's quite a lot of paint on this. Just starting up here on the shoulders, you know, you got these little dots right there. Those got hit with gray. This forearm spot hit with gray. The entire back of the hand hit with some gray. The face, on the other hand, did get the stickers for the eyes, although it's going to be very, very hard to see the purple in there, but they're there. He's got the four-eyed look. The top eyes almost completely disappear under this little camera noggin here that also has a purple sticker behind the translucent piece. You also get the purple sticker and lens piece right inside there for the GN drive. You can see it shining all nice. We got some gray paint right up under here, under these little vents. You got all the same stuff on this side. Now, as for the legs, this entire ankle section is painted. All of that is all painted with gray. And then the same thing up here for the ankle skirt right there, also painted. Come to the butt, and you get some gold inside the thruster. The GN drive, all the little gray parts are painted. So all of that, all painted. So yay. And these were a pain in the butt, I'll tell you that right now. But I really dig this kit. Now, as of building this, this is my first Jinx ever. I haven't even done any of the Build Fighter Jinxes, which I'm really hoping to crack into sometime soon, like I said, as of building this. But I really do dig it. It comes with some cool accessories. You do get beam sabers, but unlike some of the old kits from 00, you get proper beam sabers with beam blades. And as far as I can tell, there's no weapon storage for these. I don't actually even know where they should go. As far, and I don't believe they ever told you. I think maybe they were tucked up underneath these right here in the show. I could be wrong. Usually in 00 they like to reach behind or reach under something to pull out beam sabers, but you can totally get a dual beam saber effect here and then knock it over. I will say, even though it has these heel spurs, it does still kind of, come out from under itself. It's got some nice little thrusters on the bottom there. Wish I had painted those. Somebody should have been paying attention. And one thing I'll bring up now, he does actually have a peg hole right through there with a cover. So you can put him on an action base, which eventually he will be on an action base. Now you get the GN shield here. This whole center dome part needed to be painted. And this is actually two separate colors. Now, this whole bit right here, you should put white stickers on. It comes with them. Huge pain in the butt. Don't bother. There's enough color differential there. You shouldn't even really mess with it, to be honest. And I think this is just meant to replicate the look of the arm shields that they had back in the day, the spinny ones. It's just chill, nice little shield. And these guys are definitely supposed to look like knights. And it definitely has a weird kind of knight motif to it. And of course, he does get his little GN beam rifle, machine gun, however you want to call it. It's very nice, super simple, nothing impressive about it. You do get the handle here that does extend and can be dual wielded as such, or you can just crank it up in there. Got the basic handle here, but what I like about this is it follows some of the nice GN technology that they stole kind of from the Gundams, in that this right here totally plugs into a forearm. So maneuver the handle and then plug that into the forearm, and not only do you have weapon security, he's going to hold on to it, but technically that's what powers the gun. So yay! So nice. And weapon storage is always important, so you do get this big clippy-doo right here on the very strange side skirt. If I remember correctly, it just grabs on like so. It's a little bit awkward, if I'm honest, and it does make it harder to put the arm down. But it's there. It is what it is. It could go either way. I'm just sticking it in there for the purpose of review. And of course, the last weapon, the big bad GN Lance, which is one of the cooler weapons I think we ever got from 00. And yeah, you have to paint all of this. Now, it does come with stickers, but this is what happens when you paint it. Now, the way this is assembled is it is two halves split right through here, and then these parts connect, like they plug in together. So I painted it all separately and then cleaned it up once it was assembled. And I do think I seam-lined it just a little, like I actually glued the halves together just for security's sake. And this base here, the pommel of it, is actually a sticker, which is not terribly engineered, and honestly, on a display, you're never going to even notice. So, it's pretty cool. And if you want to put it in his hand, you just pull the back of the hand off and stick it in there. And then locate the back of the hand that you dropped. Plug it right back on, and there you go. Now you have this little part right here that can help secure it just a little bit so it's not at least flopping around in his hand. But it does look good. Now it does also have its kind of gun mode, or its rifle mode. So you want to unplug the hand again. And because you don't really need it again, you just go ahead and stick that in there. It would be cool if you had a lance hand, but it is what it is. You want to pull it down just enough, and then you see this tab right there. Use your best fingernail and try to flip that down. It is not easy, if I'm honest. Get something slightly more solid here. There we go. It's a really tough hinge. And there is your gun handle. You can flip the top part up. It's a very bulky handle, very robust, as it were. And you want to take the lance handle, stick it up under there, and plug the gun handle into the hand. And there we go. We have the Lancer in weapon mode, and that is actually very, very cool. I like the fact that it is a dual use weapon, and you can hold it and it looks really, really nice. Alright guys, so of course before we get too much further in there, I want to go ahead and do the comparison. So the regular drinks we looked at last time, of course built by lovely Miss Shoki, and the new boy, so you can see the similarities and the differences and the upgrades, so to speak. So of course the head is virtually unchanged. I don't think there's really anything different about the head. Of course in this case stickers, this case paint, like we've looked at. So, and then this central chest piece here is the same, but they change out the pieces on the outside. So you've got these here, and in my case, of course, I glued these on because things were a little bit too loose. Over here, she accidentally trimmed off the piece that kept them sort of oriented. And so that's more or less one of the bigger upgrades that the Jinx has, is the little thruster pod thingies all around it. So these guys are much, much bigger. These are a lot sleeker, less noticeable. Same thing with the ones on the side skirt. So you have the huge ones here, and you got the much more mini ones here. And of course, you have the weapon storage. The main rifle itself is identical up until you have, of course, the ridiculous giant add-on. Other than that, it's the same weapon, but you do get the GN Lance. Definite difference. Arms are the same, legs are the same all the way down, but as we looked at, so you've got the difference between painting all of those spots on and using the stickers such as this. And that's one reason I wanted her to go ahead and do it this way. She's not keen on painting, but as I talked about in that review, but the stickers, you can really see the difference. The GN drive, all the stuff on the back is identical. With the shoulders, the main, I just can't even see, I didn't realize it wasn't even totally on camera there. So you've got this part here that is different. So you've got this section here, it plugs in the same way that this section does. And this one over here, you can't focus on the one behind. Of course, a little bit of paint there. Same thing with the forearm. So you can see what you could do with a little bit of paint and just a little bit of difference. The shield is, of course, identical. So most of the Jinxes are going to have the same basic similarities, unless you've got like the Jinx 4, which is significantly different. You know, a lot of the pieces are the same. But as you guys are going to find out, of course, throughout the week, many different Jinxes, all kind of the same. So yeah, I just wanted to show off the differences between the evolution here. So the ones that ended in at the begin, or yeah, these were from the end of the first season 00, and this is what they started the second season 00 with. So that's pretty cool. Now for articulation, it's actually fairly well articulate, but still pretty limited in some places. The head especially. So while it is on a hinge and a ball joint, it's incredibly limited. You can look down like that, so it kind of has the camera facing forward, and you can look up like that. Rotating is not much of an option at all. I really wish I could get some light into those eyes so you can see the cool purple sparkly eyes. There we go. Sort of catch it. Okay, now it's like in my way. There we go. The shoulders do rotate, and you pop the shield off. Actually makes your life easier, like so. Don't know where that hair just came from. And also you do get kind of a butterfly joint here and here, so you can get the shoulders out and then down, stuff like that. And you do get the supplemental armor movement, which is always good. And I do believe I had problems with this chest armor. Since we're right here, I couldn't keep these two side pieces on, so I definitely glued them. Now there is a ball joint right there for some strange reason. Like maybe that was supposed to be able to open up and look cool or something, but it is more of a pain than it was anything else, so I definitely glued it in place. Now he does have waist rotation, no ab crunch. It's pretty much solid due to the GN drive in the middle. You do get skirt rotation. So right there. So it kept some of the GNX look from the originals, which had the big, literal, like, X-shaped thing coming out the front. And also, this front skirt looks very much like the escape pods for the Innovators. The hips are limited, but they're ball joint mounted, so he can do a full-on flight pose, which is good. You can't do the splits. They're just very much stuck there. They do rotate, but you're a little trapped by the side skirts, but yeah, you can make it work. It'll go around. You got the giant thigh armor. You've got this flap back here that will allow you to get the single hinge knee to move, so you can get a decent, like, pull up there. Nice knee move. I like the one down. It does complete the look very much. You've got a ball joint mounted ankle right there, and it is also a hinge, so he can do those numbers like so. And then the toes don't do anything. So it's pretty limited, but given what it is and given what it actually does do, it's actually pretty good. So you can get him in an okay stance like so. I do wish there was a little more movement in the torso, but it is what it is. It's a very good kit. Like I said, I look forward to doing more Jinxes in the future, and we have another one at least coming up from the Jinx 3 line. Oh, and forgive me, guys. I forgot he has another accessory that fell off the table and totally missed it. He has an expressive left hand, because that's just what you do. You have a left hand that works. Alright, guys. So if you guys like this video, if you like this review, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up down there. And of course, if you are new here to the channel, if you're new to 00CTOBER, go ahead and hit that subscribe-ish button down there, because we're at this point a bit over 3,100. And yeah, guys, if you want to help support the channel, please consider checking out the Patreon, because I could use all the help I can get to afford doing stuff like this for you guys. I know you guys love 00CTOBER, and I do too, and it's been a pricey one this year, which of course you can tell by some of the stuff I'm looking at. But if you want to help out the channel, check out the Patreon, of course. But if you want to do a different thing, and since it is still kind of early, but if you want to go ahead and grab the 00CTOBER t-shirt right there, of course, and any of the normal Shoki shirts, you can totally do that. And of course, if you want to get any of those, they're in the description down below. But yeah, guys, that's it for this GNX 3 ESF type. So make sure you stick around for the rest of Jinx Week. Yeah, it's a theme week in the middle of a theme month. It's a thing. What are you going to do? So I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the next review. And remember, as always, keep on building.